Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 12th and final episode of Isekai Quartet Season 2. And last episode, we're pretty much just trying to make our play a success. Cinderella, I believe it was. However, the Destroyer is currently being a bit of a problem, so we have to kind of dedicate some people to deal with that. So some kind of roles in the play had to be altered a bit. Like I think Megumin took up Aqua's position as the fairy godmother, or an arc wizard, depending on who you ask. Luckily, we were able to manipulate Megumin fairly easily because her buttons are pretty clear where you should push them to get her to do what you want. But yeah, this play is really important, so hopefully we could make it a success. We are kind of have two different battlefronts here, and got to keep them separate but successful, and we'll see how we do that. So let's get into the episode. 3, 2, 1, play. And Cinderella begins. I'm sure this will go off without a hitch. And there's Ram, yes. I remember her posing in front of the mirror. Dark. Oh yeah, that too. Darkness. Oh, mouthing off to a Ram, I see. But she'd be up for it. Yeah, I mean, no problem. Yeah, how rude, Cinderella. Say something about yourself. Oh! Is she like narrating her own actions? Is this because of the lack of staff? Nothing wrong with getting your sister wet. Yes, I think I think you pretty much nailed the story, yeah. It's your cue. It'll be great. Don't worry. Oh, that's Shaltir, okay. I recognize those Adin's anywhere. The blonde hair threw me off, though. I'll bet it was pretty tough. Don't mess with her. Yes, that's high praise, only worthy of her. Let's go. That's a safe assumption at any given time. Let's be honest. Oof. That is some impressive strength. It's the role she was born to play. There's several problems with Ram's performance here. Just kind of a mess already. Demiurge, it's your job to make this a success. Think you can squash on better like an ant? I don't think I did a lot. Fuck, ice, shoot. Aqua, god blow. Or splash it with nature's beauty, whatever, just contribute. I feel like nice transition. I feel like Megumin should be help fighting, really. We know, Amelia. Oh, flood class magic for you. You got it wet, probably accomplished something. As long as you don't have to pay for damages to the school, it's fine. Oh wow, she just likes surfing. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool. It suits her way too well. But so we're gonna freeze the water and get it stuck. You're being corrupted by Megumin. No. Yeah, you don't need to copy her long incantations. You can just be you, Amelia. Gotta fill time. Who gave her permission to ad-lib? That's a good question. Ein's knows. Yeah, we are freezing it. But it'll probably just break through. Take you down. Oh, we can do that. I guess it doesn't have to move its legs to do that. Yeah, this is a pretty cool fight, I'd say. And nature's beauty, she didn't forget her secret move. And priorities. Oh, you gonna help? Get in there, man. No, we won't stop you. Just go for it. We will take you up on that. That is a fine carriage, man. Just Tanya with the pumpkin on her head. Why? What kind of horse is this? Tell her, Megami. Or him, whoever she was talking to. It was just one big creature comprised of 4 people. It makes it quite rather complicated. Are you gonna fight? I doubt it. Especially for you. This is the quartet. Sure, that too. Are you? I don't think I knew that. Not that it matters too much, but I don't think I knew that. Stop it, Ram. You can still hear Ram's huzz. Oh, there we go. Her true form. You think you're big. You're not a puffy bird, though. Yeah, she's pretty cool like that. Soft and fluffy. To try taking a nap in there. Gotta take her clothes off first. I think that's a rule. That looks like a lot of fun. Man, these transitions, though. Oh, wow. Ram and Ram together. Yes. I mean, I'm thinking of certain thoughts. I can't deny that. Oh, that thing's getting messed up. Can't handle that fat bird, can you? Probably not done yet, though. If I know anime. Still got fight left in it. It's upgraded. It's a problem. Are we sure those missiles aren't demons? They're going straight for Aqua. Or undead, rather. Oh, right back at you. Yeah, I didn't do it to save you, Aqua. Don't get the wrong idea or anything. Subarashi Isekai. These get me every time. Top tier story. Best rendition of Cinderella I've ever seen. And we destroyed the destroyer. The irony. Unless it's gonna self-destruct or get back up. Walls of Jericho. Yeah. Not quite to the level of Nazarick Demon, though. Oh, don't let us stop you, because we clearly can't. Just went through everyone. We're still going at it. The shoe. I must find a maiden in which this fits. Perhaps a destroyer can wear it. Come on, Visha, you got this. Rough Talia. Oh. It is kind of weird seeing like action in a chibi Bart style. It kind of reduces how seriously you can take it. It still looks cool though. Oof. Aqua, you gonna finish it off? The perfect fits. The woman I've been waiting for. The lovely Ram. Yeah, some things are unforgivable, and that's one of them. Aqua serious. God blow. You're a perfect target for our rage, unfortunately for you. Just the disappointment is real on that side. All right. Man, that is a fist. She's got everyone's feelings. Oh, it's like a straight up green screen effect. That's a really cool idea. And kiss. Oh, wow, they really did it. 10 out of 10, best play ever. Season 3 win. I need more of this now. This anime is amazing. I really didn't think they would actually do it. I'm impressed. It's gonna be a great future. Indeed. And there goes the music. It means season 3. And there we go. Credits rolling. Just best final episode I could have hoped for, honestly. Like, I got no complaints. Not a single one. So why is he the only one in the audience? Did he scare everyone else off? Did he kill everyone? Did everyone... Was everyone used as sacrifice as to summon him? I don't know why he's alone. What is happening here? I don't think I quite get it. But he's having a good time, so he's good for him. Maybe everyone else already left and he's left behind because his master didn't give him any orders to leave yet. I couldn't say. Oh, there we go. Yep, season 3 coming soon. And that's how we end off. Okay, that was the 12th and final episode of the second season of Isekai Quartet. And it was a great final episode. Like, I kind of knew what the general idea of what to expect going into it. We were going to have half of it focus on beating up, defending against a destroyer, and half of it would be set on the Cinderella play. So I was expecting, back and forth transitions, of course, and I thought they were pretty good. Like the transitions were really well done. Like, never really felt jarring at all. They just pretty creative stuff. Creativity really peaked with the whole kind of green screen background fighting while we had the climax of the play. The climax of both things happening at the same time, and we could see them both at the same time, not through a split screen, which is, I think, a bit more typical. But that sort of background green screen effect, I really like that a lot, honestly. And especially just a greatness. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah, both climaxes were great, I think is what I was trying to say. But that's just kind of that. Now, I guess I should probably focus on each half, individually. So let's talk about the play first, right? So Ram is Cinderella. I knew that going into it, pretty obviously. And I did kind of forget the role Demiurge was playing. He looks quite lovely in that dress. Darkness looks great, of course. And we got Cinderella here just kind of laying down, being just Ram. You can feel a lot of Ram's personality coming through into this character. Ram definitely is kind of the trying to steal the show kind of character, you know the type. Yeah, like she was narrating her own action and stuff. It was pretty funny. And Darkness, of course, is a Darkness, so, I think she'd be more fit for the role of having to get down on her hands and knees and scrub the floors with an abusive stepsister mother and giving her orders. I think that would be more Darkness's role, but I think some of the point of the character might be lost if Darkness did it. So that whole thing was great. She just grabs the bucket and narrates herself doing it, walks with it, and then trips in a pretty deliberate looking fashion, just completely drenches Darkness. I mean, not much to say about that, but just great stuff all around. And then she just starts, just scrubbing her with the mop. Yeah. See, and Megumin was another thing. Megumin's Megumin. Of course, she's gonna ad-lib and be all crazy and stuff. Just, it's great though. Who told us she could ad-lib? And then we had the horse, which had like 4 different people in it, I think, and Tanya with a pumpkin on her head. I guess to get the point across that it was a pumpkin horse. Not gonna question it too much. And Ram's like constant thing that she does, just again trying to draw in as much attention to herself as she can. Which I guess she is technically kind of the star of the show, so I can't really complain too much about that. But she could dial it down a bit. Yeah. And then we had some dancing. Rem and Ram together dancing, very lovely. And we also had some spinning around and stuff in the background. There was kind of some silly stuff back there that I didn't really notice too well because Rem and Ram were in front of me. So that kind of took my focus. So, but yeah, a lot of fun dancing back there. You know, it's really hard to talk about one of the Habs when they keep bouncing back and forth. Because I have to keep skipping past the battle segments. But yeah, we finished it off with a kiss between Ram and Ram. I never thought I would see that in any... I know this isn't technically canon, but it's close to a canon ReZero work. I just never thought I would see that, so that was quite something. It's about as magical as it gets. Probably the best thing in the whole show. So that was a great way to end off that play. And the fight itself, I should switch over to talking about. So, fight was great. We had like Aqua, Visha, Belbedo, Amelia, Puck, you know, all of them fighting together, which is great. Especially, we got the Ori, whatever, the rapid fire punching thing, which was great. Super effective, clearly. Aqua getting the thing wet. We freeze the water, of course, and we shoot missiles, we dodge missiles, we block stuff, there's a lot of cool little bits of the fight. Especially when Philo became the bird and just started doing some damage. Don't know how much more I have to say about the fight. It was just really cool, really dynamic, good teamwork all around. A lot of explosions, power blocking, deflecting, striking, limbs coming off. It was a pretty cool fight eventually. It just blew up. I really cannot get over that ending effect there where they got to show us the climax of both things at the same time. That was probably one of the most impressive things. And yeah, teasing for a 3rd season. I just don't get why the Death Knight was all by himself on the stage. If you get that, feel free to let me know. But I just don't get why he was just down there clapping at nothing. Like, you know, looks like he was trying to encourage people to go with him, but I don't know, nobody was there. Was everybody just scared off? I didn't quite get that. But yeah, it ended off with that 3rd season announcement, basically, so I'm pretty happy. You know, this season, you know, it definitely had kind of some low points, some parts where I started to think the novelty's worn off and they didn't utilize the characters as well as they could have. They had kind of maybe some fairly generic cookie cutter sort of plot things here. Especially noticeable with things like the Visha secret part-time job thing. That was probably one of the worst episodes in the sense of like how much interest I had in it. But it also had some pretty good high points, like the robbery of the principal's office, which was great. They definitely utilized characters well there. Especially they just kind of threw Nafumi there in the end with the shield prison and distrust of religious folks. Just there was a lot of good stuff in that part for sure. And the nurse checkup episode was good too. That was definitely good as well. See what else. And just, yeah, the play was a pretty cool idea for a climax. They did kind of reuse the Destroyer a little bit, but that was only like half of the climax, so I'll mostly forgive that. Especially because the fight itself was pretty cool. Especially because it really had a feel of defending something, you know, defending the play. So that kind of added an extra layer to the fight itself, where we're not just destroying it because it happens to be in the way of something. Like, we directly have like a front line that we're defending. So because of that, it kind of got a bit more into it as well. And the play itself was great. I mean, Ram kind of stole the show a little bit, but again, she was Cinderella herself, so it really, you know, makes sense, obviously. But Megumin being Megumin is always a treat. And Amelia, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. Amelia getting influenced by Megumin was great as well. I was like, am I supposed to do like a long incantation here? Like, am I allowed to do it without that? Just good stuff there. Megumine's the best influence on people. And, you know, especially because they do have kind of a connection, the two of them, which I never really talked about at all in the show. I wish I would have brought that up at some point, you know, the voice actors thing, but oh well. But yeah, there were just so many good moments in this episode for sure. Like, my expectations were honestly not that high for this finale, because I kind of knew more or less how it would go, but definitely blew my expectations out of the water for sure in so many ways. Like, they really delivered with this final episode. So I don't know what else I have to really say about the show, because this is the second season, of course, so a lot of thoughts about the general idea of the show were already discussed in the first season. But yeah, I mean, certainly some pretty cool stuff. I think there was a little bit of character development here and there. Not a huge amount, though. I think quite compared to season 1, where we had things like the initial friendship develop between Ainz and Tanya because they had that kind of Japanese salary worker thing going on there. But we did have development in the sense of like Aqua and Albedo. There's obviously a bit of god-demon hatred going on there, which I think we made some good strides of kind of getting past here with the working together and all that good stuff. See, I mean, we introduced new characters with this season. That's probably one of the coolest things. However, none of them were super utilized, especially in the case of, you know, Shinsho Yusha, Cautious Hero. Don't know why I'm blanking on his name. You know, just the guy, the Cautious Hero. You know his name. I'm kind of blanking on it. He was like in one scene, didn't even do anything of any importance. He was just here long enough to be like, hey guys, I'm here too. Bye now. You know, that was about it, really. But still cool to have him here. And obviously, Naofumi was definitely more utilized than he was, but still not a huge amount. I mean, we had Philo walk around trying to get a theme, which was great. That was probably the most Philo ever did. But yeah, for the most part, they didn't do a whole lot at all, but it was a little bit, so I guess it's not too bad, because there's a lot of characters in the show that can't get focused to anyone in particular for too much, so. And they had Beetlejuice for an episode, which I hated Beetlejuice, so I wasn't exactly happy that he got any screen time, but the Valentine's episode was kind of fun in itself. There were some good silly shenanigans there. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's everything I really got to say, you know. At the end of the day, this is a show comprised of all sorts of characters that I love a lot because of the respective shows that I love. So there's never going to be a season that I dislike because of that. It's still good characters that I want to see more of. And I saw more of them. Of course, I'd say one of the highlights of the season definitely was the whole Rem parody of the infamous I Love Amelia scene. Just kind of having that between Rem and Aqua, that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen just in life, really. Just the way it built up was so beautiful. Just, I don't know, that was executed so perfectly. I couldn't possibly ask for more. Even just dialing it up a little bit with the pigeons and stuff in the background, it was great because I'd watched the scene it was parodying so many times before, so it was pretty immediately noticeable when we started to get towards it, and then she said it, and all those emotions just kind of came flooding into it. It was wonderful. I can't describe with words how much I love that scene. Definitely better than anything in the first season. Like, as far as peak moments, that was the peak of the show, I'd say, in general. I'd be surprised if they ever could pass that, honestly. That was pretty much... It pretty much encompassed perfectly everything I kind of hoped from this show, being able to kind of parody the shows that it helped to build it up. So, yeah, I think that's everything I got to say, really. It was a lot of fun, for sure. Even if it had its low points, it had plenty of high points, and the show is just always, in general, fun to watch. So, third season, great news. I look forward to it. So, thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.